The words of a wise man. The words of a wise man. The words of a wise man. The words of a wise man.
Be not wise in thy own eye, trust in the Lord. Job 32:9 gon' set the wise apart. Never listening to doctors that make religions. That's why it's so much contention with these Christians. They water the script down and make it fit a worldview. Salvation comes to Israel, we who the world view. How could you pass it up? It's right in the book. You say you love it, but when the last time you took a look? The 4th gate of the 12 is what I'm aiming for. The Redeemer of Israel is who I'm banging for. Fathers lost in the trade is why I'm banging for. The Holy One of Israel gon' let the nations know who he coming for and who his children be. The 12 tribes of Israel, we be that ancient seed. So get the streets ready and get your idols gone. Holy Jerusalem, we on our way home.
That's where the story begins. Words of a wise man trying to turn from his sin. Are gonna show and prove. I'd rather hear the words of the wise than songs of fools. That's where the story begins. Words of a wise man trying to turn from his sin. Are gonna show and prove. I'd rather hear the words of the wise than songs of fools.
Walk in the past, live for the present, cause life will end in a minute. And what you get out of your future is what you put in it. So stay true, watch what you do and don't do what you watch. A shepherd don't follow the sheep, he leadeth the flock. You better seek ye some wisdom, cause your riches won't last. Ain't gonna be no more making it rain or pay for the flash. Money ain't worth losing your life or doing a bid. I pray for understanding and wisdom like Solomon did. Put your faith in the most, trust him with all of thine heart. Lean not to thine own way, cause it'll tear you apart. Suddenly calamity come to those who sow up discord. False witness with lying tongues get cut with a sword. Hatred is stirred up strife, but love covereth sin. Fear Yah and keep his commandments, that's the duty of men. I tell you once, take it twice, take it thrice and again. The words of this wise man is where my letterage ends. That's where the story begins. Words of a wise man trying to turn from his sin. Are gonna show and prove. I'd rather hear the words of the wise than songs of fools. That's where the story begins. Words of a wise man trying to turn from his sin. Are gonna show and prove. I'd rather hear the words of the wise than songs of fools.
What's greater than rubies and better than gold? And if you ever get a hold, it might spare your soul. Watch your back up in that valley of death, because the law is the light, and that's the whole reason they hated on Christ. Fuck your PhD or magna cum laude. Prepare your soul for persecution if you're serving my Father. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Kill with the sword, throw them in chains. With my people, it's a covenant thing. But I'm with the yak spilling, gun be blasting. Do I keep trapping? I put my chips on what I know is everlasting. The dough is all-time low, the mammon ain't profiting. Enough Benny Franklins can even save Cochran, not mocking. But whatever he sow, you reap. And if he really had wisdom, you would find him with grief. Neck deep in the streets, like I'm a modern day disciple. Whoever would have thought that I'd be hated for the Bible.
That's where the story begins. Words of a wise man trying to turn from his sin. Are gonna show and prove. I'd rather hear the words of the wise than songs of fools. That's where the story begins. Words of a wise man trying to turn from his sin. Are gonna show and prove. I'd rather hear the words of the wise than songs of fools.
I ain't have a place to even call his own. I got brothers helping others and ain't got no home. They carry on and battle on, and their spirits stay strong. Keep patience, it won't be long till all the trumpets get blown. The devil's kingdom overthrown, y'all resurrected dry bones. When the saints come marching in, you gon' feel his song. Slave ships and hardships in the Bible. A wise man told me they ain't never gonna like me. Slavery, warriors with bravery, oppression to make a wise man mad. Hard times I know we all have, but let's be glad and keep it moving. So when the new world order pop off, I'm looking for my persecution. Nothing less than a soldier's execution. There's only one resolution, Revelation 18, verse 2. It would be wise if you read that too. Or maybe you should read Luke, chapter 11, verse 2. Go ahead and read that through. The words of a wise man.
That's where the story begins. Words of a wise man trying to turn from his sin. Are gonna show and prove. I'd rather hear the words of the wise than songs of fools. That's where the story begins. Words of a wise man trying to turn from his sin.
Words of a wise man.
Are gonna show and prove. I'd rather hear the words of the wise than songs of fools.